Feeling calm and collected, it came time to leave Dharamsala, so we hopped on a bus to head down the Himalayas, but there was a problem. What's happening up there at the front?
Yeah, this is happening. From the driver.
Our driver didn't have enough sleep last night and he's nodding off at the wheel. It was a terrifying ride, but at least we didn't go hungry. A few hours of white knuckles later, we arrived at the train station, thankfully, all in one piece. And there, we boarded our very last Indian train. Hi. This place is so dirty. And loud. Throughout the night we tried to get some sleep, but it was always loud and someone was always moving around, so needless to say, we were woken up quite a lot. As you can see, this is my finest moment. Arriving in Delhi the next day, we headed over to the prepaid traffic police booth in an effort to not get ripped off when riding a rickshaw. Our hotel was located in an alley just off a street that looked like it literally had been hit by a bomb. Thankfully, we found out later it was just under construction. So we've come from Dharamsala in the north, we've arrived in Delhi, and there's one thing you have to do when you come to India, and that is to see the Taj Mahal. So we've saved it for the last because it's the best, and you save the best for the last, of course. We've been in India for 7 weeks, we have 48 hours, we need to go there and do this right. So we go to a government office to get a car that will drive us, and a driver, to drive us from Delhi, the 3 to 5 hours, depending on traffic, to Agra to see the Taj Mahal and back again. And we're told that for the price that we're paying, we won't have to do any random stops. You know, we won't be taken to tourist stops and restaurants and whatnot. We're just going to drive there, drive back, and see the Taj Mahal. Well, that's not exactly how it worked out. Our driver decided to get out of the car at one point to go get a coffee, and this is what happens. Oh, and take note, the guy that keeps saying, photo money, basically because I'm filming, he wants money, even though he's just in the windows. It'll make sense. 48 hours left in India. Okay. And this is the climax it comes to.
This, sir? Money,
no,
sir,
we don't want it.
Which country from, sir?
No.
Which country? Sir?
In a government taxi where they said we would never be bothered. We wouldn't make crazy stops along the way where we'd be forced to buy things. Delhi? Caught them with like a net or something and pulled them.
Photo money lag jayegi, photo money.
Leave us alone.
This photo money. Sir.
Leave us alone.
Food, sir, food.
No,
only
leave
one.
Us alone.
One
This
packet,
food.
sir.
One packet.
Sir.
One packet.
Sir, one packet.
Photo money.
You give us money?
Only 100 photo
Sir.
picture.
100 rupees, please.
This 100.
Sir,
No,
one
you
packet.
give me 100 rupees.
One plate, sir.
No banana.
I am hungry,
You
sir.
give me 100 rupees.
It took a while, but eventually our driver returned and we continued our journey to the Taj Mahal. About 4 hours later, we finally arrived at the Taj Mahal. We made our way through the grounds to buy our ticket, which also included a bottle of water. Even the entryways like this one were the nicest thing we'd seen in India yet, so our fingers were crossed that the Taj would be just as spectacular. Then all of a sudden, there it was.
साइड सर एक इनका अकेला ले एक पैर आगे रखो आगे बढ़ो
Built between 1632 and 1653, some believe that the Taj Mahal is the ultimate symbol of love. It was built by Emperor Shah Jahan for his wife, Mumtaz Mahal, after her passing. He was so devastated and loved her so much that he felt he needed to build the greatest of all buildings for her. While we were quite disappointed to see people being very disrespectful at the Taj, using the water there to drink and wash clothes and wash their feet and face, we still couldn't help but marvel at the absolute beauty of the Taj Mahal. Notice how everything is perfectly symmetrical. We were so glad we saved the Taj Mahal for the big finale. After being taken to a gem shop, which we certainly weren't supposed to be going to, we began what would be the 5-hour trek back to Delhi. Along the way, we saw some water buffalo hanging out in the busy streets, made a quick stop at what is referred to as the Baby Taj, found some more water buffalo just cooling off in the water, drove through a sandstorm, then a rainstorm, and saw our last camels in India. And that concludes the epic journey through India. While I'm very glad I went through India, it was easily the hardest thing I have ever done in my entire life and went way beyond my expectations of what I thought would happen there. I want to give a huge thank you to Darren for joining me on this leg of the journey, because honestly, I could not have done it without you. It's hard in India. I think I can do anything after this adventure, and so thank you for being there and dealing with me when I was freaking out and stressed and mad and frustrated at everything going on around, the long train rides and eating with our hands and not touching anything with our left hands. So thank you for following through, everyone through India. It's been fun. If you ever want to go, let me know. And so to wrap up the crazy, epic, amazing, drive you nuts trip through India, I'll leave you on a high note, because there was always Indian music playing all around us. And in this clip, Darren and I are dancing it out in the back of a car to some good old Indian music. Enjoy. Next time on Backpack with Brock, I hop on my first plane in 2 months and make my way to Istanbul, Turkey, where the markets are big and the mosques are even bigger. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment, or you can subscribe by clicking on me right here. Thanks for watching.